channel InfinityGreedy. In our previous video, we have seen an example how insertion sort actually works. So with that follow-up, we are going to see how actually the insertion sort algorithm look like. So the purpose or what we are going to do is we are going to write a algorithm snippet for the insertion sort. So insertion sort which has an input array. So what is the purpose? We have to sort and give an array by using the insertion sort. So the input will be an array which is jumbled or whatever it is, and output will be the sorted array considering in an ascending order. Alright, so let's get started. So if you have remember right what we did, let me write one example 12, 8 and 5. So what we did in our previous video, if you remember that, we considered that this is sorted and these are unsorted. Then we started taking one element from the right list and putting it into the right position. So I checked whether 8 is less than 12. If it is true, then I used to write that 8 will come here and 12 will come here, then 5 will come here. Then that is my iteration 1. Then second iteration was to check with the fifth. I will go to the next element. This was my first element. This is second element like this, right? I'll check my this thing again. Is 5 less than 12? My current element is less than the adjacent one. Yes. So 12 will come here. Then again check. Is 5 less than 8? Which is again true. So 8 will come here and 5 will come here, right? So if you have three elements, you only need two iteration. That is, if you have n elements, you need n minus one iterations. Making sense? So on the same ground, let's drive a algorithm. So for I 1 to n minus 1 do, what you need to do? So n by n minus 1, everyone got it? Because if you have n elements, I have to go to n minus 1. You need to have a temporary variable. Let's say we're putting a of I, because in first iteration we have first element, so that is what we are calling it. So I'm calling this as a of I as of now. All right, or not. If you don't want to go this, right, so what you can do, you put j as I minus 1, so that you know that in first iteration we have first element which needs to be compared with the first element. So in first iteration, this element needs to be compared with this element. So I'm considering this as I and this as I minus 1. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Until and the other loop which we need to do is till j is greater than or equal to 0 and a of j, a of j is this, is greater than v. V is this, it's adjacent. So if it is this, you need to check this also, you need to check this also, right? So you are going to write a of j. If it is true, then you are going to correct the position of a of j, ia minus 1 iteration, and your j will become j minus 1. And at the end, you're going to write j plus 1, which is b. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? So this is what how here you are shifting the elements. Shifting elements, right? Here you please write it, right? You can write it that in first iteration, we have first element which needs to be compared with the first element. So in first iteration, you can write in first iteration, we compare second element with first element. So you will understand that what is j? J will be your this guy, and what is the temporary key? This will be this guy. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? If you want me to write, sometimes I have seen that many people wants me to write the actual code or actual function. I can write it. So considering it's a void type, right? I'll write an actual function. So same thing. Actually, not a problem. Just with the syntax I'm going to write. So insertion sort. What should be my parameters here? Let's say I have an integer array and my number of elements. Okay. So what I need to do for int I equal to 1 to I less than n, I have to do plus plus I. So let's say my V is nothing but, let's considering as key, which is nothing but array of ith element, right? So first you have first element. So here you see, okay, I'm putting as 1. So here it will be array of 1. Okay, not getting it. Then you will put int j is equals to I minus 1. So I minus means here it is array of 0, the previous element, correct? And what you are going to do, while j is less than equal to 0 and array of j is greater than key. Same I have written, right? This only. Okay. So what you are going to do, array of j plus 1 is equals to array of j. You are going to change the position and j becomes j minus 1 and close the loop, while loop, and array of j plus 1 will become a key, and you close this and you close this loop. Got it? Got it? So this is how our insertion sort algorithm look like. In our next video, we are going to derive time complexity from this algorithm. So stay tuned to that video. And if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.